My name is Petro Kanonik. I was the head of the coordination group of the military headquarters of Ukraine in Donetsk for almost all of the winter. The task of the group was to take part in the workings of the Joint Coordination Center in the city of Donetsk, particularly in the area of coordination of implementation of Minsk agreements as concerned ceasefires and the pullback of heavy armaments and buffer zone establishment. It was a second attempt actually, because the first attempt with first Minsk agreements in September were not really successful. I arrived to Donetsk on 21st of December and just came from there. We had quite a multifaceted work back in Donetsk. We had to work with Zakharchenko, rebel leader, also with Pushilin, with Purkin, and with Kononov, who was one of the leaders of rebel gangs. And it was quite a complicated and challenging job because of eccentricity of these people and their impulsive nature. When we had this conflict in the airport, they promised to give back 8 of our personnel, but then returned only 3. Same went about the numbers of the bodies of our servicemen that they promised to deliver and did not. As soon as the silence was announced on 9th of December, we started implementing this regime, preparing for the pullback of heavy armaments, but we did manage to have even 1 day of this silence period, though the intensity of shelling really decreased. When shellings increased in intensity, it was really nearly impossible to affect the situation, either from this side or from the other side. But we did manage to contact by phone. We had contact numbers of also representatives of the rebels, and we managed to affect the effective enforcement of the silence period. We also contributed to the evacuation of wounded and deceased servicemen. We participated in the establishment of humanitarian corridors from Vuhlegirsk, from Debaltseve, from other directions, bringing back our boys from the Donetsk airports, though it was really a very hard job. We also assisted civilian population. We maintained contacts with those who were taken, our military servicemen who were taken prisoners by a war. Any questions? I'm ready to take some.
Not yet any questions, so thank you very much for your information. Next briefing in ATO zone situation.